So this is my GJ feeding tube setup routine, what it looks like, how I do my feeds, how I set it up, my process, and this is from a fresh start with brand new tubing, brand new everything right after a shower. So I hope this answers some questions. I start off cleaning the area super well, disinfecting it, washing my hands really well. I tie my shirt up. I'm getting out brand new tubing, clamping it, and then I get paper towel out, and then I am accessing my J-tube port. I use gauze and clean the area with wound wash because I get granulation tissue pretty often. I use 4x4 inch gauze. I use 2 pieces of gauze right now. I use silicone tape and Hypafix tape to tape everything down. And I also do tape the actual tubing down to my skin so my tube doesn't accidentally get pulled out by any reason. I'm super careful with that. And right now I actually use a lot of tape because I am due for a feeding tube change, so it kind of sticks out a little bit and it leaks quite often, so I do use a lot of gauze right now, just in case it does leak, especially at night. I'm just super careful about that, and I don't want it getting all over my bed or anything, so I do use a lot of tape. I use a lot of gauze right now, but once I get my feeding tube replaced, I won't use nearly as much as this. So I'm cutting more tape, and then I'm all done, and then I'm going to get everything ready to fill up my bags. So I start by taking my old bags out, and then getting my brand new bags out. I use the kangaroo pump, and I use the dual flush bag system. I use bottled water 700 cc's, and then I use the Peptamin 1.5 formula, and I have a rate of 55 milliliters or cc's per hour, and I do a liter of formula in one day. So I just get my backpack set up, prime my pump, plug into my tubing, and I'm good to go for 20 hours, and that's how I set up my feeding tube. So that's how I do my GJ feeding tube. That's how I set it up. I do it every night, and then I run my feeds for about 20-ish hours, and I have about a 4-hour break every day, and I run my feeds pretty much 7 days a week, except for when I need to take gut rest. So yep, I hope that is somewhat helpful for anyone else that has a feeding tube, is getting a feeding tube, is thinking about getting a feeding tube, is in the process. It's really not that difficult. It's really not that scary. And if you have any questions, please comment below and I will be happy to answer anything. It is 3 a.m. Ollie and I are tired, so we're gonna go to sleep. I hope you have a good night.